Hello, I'm Dr. Devin from Dr. Devin's Wellness Wednesday Workshop, and welcome to this episode today. Today, our episode is all about switching bad habits you do in your life and changing them to the good habits that you need to do to have your best life. Since it's Valentine's Day, I want you all to have your best life, so let's get started. So you need to replace your destructive habits with constructive habits. So instead of destroying your life, they will build up your life. Our society, as you know, has been falling apart at the seams for many, many years. Just in my lifetime, society's gotten crazy, and we need to get it back on track. We need to get on the right track. We've been inundated with so much information. Adults go through 4,000 to 10,000 ads per day. Every single day, an adult has 4,000 to 10,000 ads beamed at them, mostly through the little device they carry in their hands, but also their computers, their drive to work, sitting in the car. Those ads are just eating away at your life. We need to stop getting our lives eaten away at. We need to start living again. We really need to slow down, and you need to start with your screen time. An average adult spends 11 hours a day on a screen. That's just unacceptable. That's not helping your life. That's not improving your life. That's just screwing up your life. A teen spends 9 hours per day on a screen. An 8 to 12-year-old is 6 hours a day, and a 2 to 5-year-old spends 4.5 hours per day looking at a screen. That's not helping anybody. That's not raising anybody right. You do not gain anything by looking at a screen. So stop looking at the screens. So we're going to go through my list of habits to replace and what to replace them with. So the first one, you need to replace Netflix marathons with sleep. We are chronically sleep deprived in the United States of America. People don't go to sleep because, they're up watching TV, having fun, doing all the good things they want to do, and then they're exhausted the next day. That 10, 11 alarms to wake up. My daughter has probably 6 alarms, and, that's just her. She doesn't watch a ton of TV, so it's not her problem. But if you're staying up all night watching Netflix, you need to stop it. Netflix is okay, but these 4 to 5 hour marathons, the average adult spends 4.5 hours every day just on Netflix. So stop it. Go to sleep. So the National Sleep Foundation has some recommendations for sleep. Newborns need, from 0 to 3 months, need between 14 and 17 hours of sleep for ideal sleep. Less than 11 hours and more than 19 hours are bad. Infants from 4 to 11 months old need 12 to 15 hours. Less than 10 hours and more than 18 hours is bad. From 1 to 2-year-olds, the toddlers, need 11 to 14 hours. Less than 9 hours or more than 16 hours is bad. Preschoolers from 3 to 5 years old need 10 to 13 hours. Less than 8 hours and more than 14 hours is bad. School-aged children from 6 to 13 years old need 9 to 11 hours of sleep. Less than 7 hours or more than 12 hours is bad. So if your school-aged kid is getting 5-6 hours of sleep at night, that's not setting them up for a good life at all. You can never make up sleep. So just get the sleep that you need every day. A teenager between 14 and 17 years old needs between 8 to 10 hours of sleep at night. Less than 7 hours and more than 11 hours is bad. Young adults, your brain is not fully developed until you're 25 years old. So when people are like, oh, you're an adult at 18 years old, you're not. You're not an adult really until you're 25 years old, and then your brain is fully developed. Young adults, 18 to 25 years old, need between 7 and 9 hours of sleep every night. Bad is less than 6 hours or more than 11 hours. Not to us adults. You need 7 to 9 hours of sleep every single night. Just get that sleep. Cut out the Netflix. Those shows will still be there. It's not going to change your life if you cut out Netflix. It will change your life for the better if you go to sleep at night. Less than 6 hours of sleep and more than 10 hours of sleep is detrimental to your health if you are an adult. Older adults, greater than 65 years old, need 7 to 8 hours of sleep. Less than 5 hours or more than 9 hours is bad. So when you get over 65 years old, watch an extra hour of Netflix every day. Won't hurt you. But now, when you need to be a productive human being every day, stop watching the Netflix. Next habit that's bad is fast food, and we're going to switch that to homemade food. The dreaded, oh, terrible homemade food. I have to make food for myself. If you've watched my previous episodes, then you know how terrible fast food is for you. If not, watch some of my previous episodes, episode 4, episode 24, episode 25, and episode 30. We're all about food. I will link those to this video so that you can know some of the other foods that you should not be eating. But fast food is terrible. Switch your fast food for homemade food. Homemade food. In my family, we go out to eat one night a week. So we eat one meal out a week. We make a food list on every Saturday morning. We make a list of what we're going to eat for dinner every night. And then we make a grocery list. And then we go to the grocery store and we buy all the ingredients for the food we're going to eat during the week. I know it's a pretty novel concept. But if you only buy the foods that are on your list and you only buy the foods that you need, then you're not going to be eating all the junk. And then you're going to be a lot healthier for it. With all the extra time you have from decreasing your screen time, you should have more time to cook food. Crock pots and Instant Pots are game changers. You can work, when you're working all day, you wake up in the morning, you throw everything into the crock pot. Turn the crock pot on. About 8 hours later, bam! Dinner. So, crock pots are amazing. Instant Pots drastically cut down the cooking time. They work really well. People are really scared of them at first. Don't be scared. Instant Pots are great. Crock pots are great. Make your priority. Your priority needs to be to eat real food every day. You need to, next habit is get rid of toxic friends and look for mentors. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So if those 5 people are not having you do good things, if they're trying to encourage you to be terrible, then you're not going to be a better person. So if you have friends that encourage you to be terrible, get better friends. So when I'm talking about looking for mentors, you need to seek people out that you admire that are ahead of you in your stage of life and ask them to mentor you. If you're a young married person, look for a person who's been married for 10 to 15 years. If you've been married 10 to 15 years, look for a person who's been married 30 to 40 years. If you're not married, look for a person who's just gotten married. Look for someone in a different stage or age of life as you to mentor you. Ask them for a cup of coffee. You know, most people are looking for real relationships in their lives. Because I gotta tell you, this thing right here is not a relationship maker. You hardly ever make a good, solid relationship and a connection with another human being through a device. So grab a coffee with them, try to meet with them once a week or regularly so that they can tell you the things that they do to make their lives better. Step number 2 is find someone who's at a lower stage than you and to mentor them yourself. When you mentor somebody or when you teach somebody something, then you're teaching it to yourself. So you need to find someone to mentor. If you mentor one person for 1 year, and then you find another person, and then that person mentors another person for a year, after 33 years, the entire world of almost 8 billion people would have been mentored by somebody. And that's what we really need in life is mentorship. So you can find someone from your church, your work, social club, could be a family member or a friend you've had for years that you don't really talk to very much. Just find some sort of mentor. Next habit is switch your TV viewing to exercise. Terrible. Exercise. You cut out TV, boom, more time for exercise. 30 minutes per day. I'm only asking for 30 minutes a day. Get rid of 1 half-hour show on Netflix. 30 minutes a day of exercise. I want that exercise to start off as walking, planks, and squats. So I've got previous videos on squats and planks. You need to be doing a proper squat and a proper plank. So those 3 exercises, start with walking, planks, and squats. You will start to feel better, you'll breathe better, you'll think better, and you'll even look better, which Valentine's Day is a couple days away, so that's really important. Next step, stop complaining and start having gratitude. You live in the freest, best, greatest country in the history of the entire world. You can do more, you can think anything you want, you can believe anything you want, you can do anything you want in this country. So, stop complaining about everything. Write down 3 things you are grateful for every single day. But you can't repeat the 3 things day after day. Go back to episode 6 from last year. It was my Valentine's episode from last year. 3 things. Write it down every single day. Don't repeat. 3 new things you're grateful for every single day. Day 1, not too bad. Day 2, not too bad. Day 20 gets a little tougher. Day 40 gets even tougher. but you will start to look for things that make you happy. You will rewire your brain so that you will be happy and look for contentment in your life. Reprogramming your brain is always a good thing. Just count your blessings every single day. Next step is switching your blame from blaming everybody else to responsibility. When you switch from blame to responsibility, so I'm not going to sugarcoat this. If you have tragedies that happened in your past and you are allowing them to control your life today, it's your problem now, and it's time to fix that problem. Tragedies happen to everybody. Some are worse, some are not as bad. You need to work to fix your tragedies. I'm not saying that terrible things didn't happen. I'm not saying that it was your fault that these terrible things happened. But if you continue to live with them, then you need to work to get rid of them. I want you to have your best life you can. I want you to be happy, healthy, and I want you to be able to get past all of your tragedies in life. I was driving the other day, and I saw a sign that says, "Wear your tragedies as armor, not shackles." So don't let your tragedies hold you back. And Socrates said, "The unexamined life is not worth living." So if you have had tragedies in your life, you need to make a decision to talk to somebody. Talk to a pastor, priest, psychiatrist, counselor, or a behavioral therapist. You really need to sit down with somebody and get the help you need. Depending on how long you've been living with these tragedies, you might wake up every morning and relive it every single day. It may take more time to fix. It's going to take more effort, more energy. It's time to fix yourself. There's no better time to get started than today, which leads me to my last tip for today. Switch from overthinking things to action. If you've been watching these videos for a day, a week, a month, a year, because I've been doing them for over a year. If you've been watching my videos and you're like, "Oh, that sounds great. I might try that someday." Today is the day. Just do it now. You need to change your life for the better. Get going. Get off your bum. Stop watching Netflix. Make this your best year ever. Go ahead and like, comment, and share. Send me any questions, suggestions for future videos, and we will see you next week. Have a good day. Bye.